Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of TechBytes with Ron Nutter. This time we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I think something you'll find very interesting, and that's setting up you'll hear it used several names, SIP phone, VoIP phone. Anyway, this is the Grandstream GXV3370, and I first wanted to don't need to make a call because it's not configured for one yet. Want to thank the folks at Grandstream for graciously sending this to me to take a look at. I outlined to them what my ideas are, and as you will see, this has a lot of potential to do double duty as both your home phone and as your main control point, at least in the room the phone is in, for your smart home. So let's switch over to the page. And I've actually got a remote session set up. And this is, once you get it up and running, it's really very straightforward to handle. And you'll see me occasionally reach over here because the way I'm getting to the phone is not, I can't do it from the computer. So when you get it up and running, it pretty much, you'll set your time zone and that kind of thing. But here's the interesting part. And it will swipe over. Now, okay, here we go. Get the right thing swiping here, and we will tap on the gear icon. Now the first thing you want to do is get the latest firmware installed, and there's a few hoops you've got to go through. Part of it is I think they changed the name of the server that you get the firmware updates from, because when you first go into it, and we'll scroll down here to where you see system updates. Now this is already on the newer firmware. If your GXV3370 doesn't look like this, that's because you're not on the update. So if you'll see similar screens, it just they change things a little bit. So if you go to System Updates and tap on your gear icon in the upper right hand corner. Now this is what you're going to have to change. You will see it set to something like fm.grandstream.com. The only way, and I kept trying to update, and yet I could see an update was available, but the phone wasn't picking up on it. So what I ended up doing is I went in and changed the setting. I went into the support section at Grandstream, found that there was a different server name being used. So I typed that in, and you don't have to have any login information or anything. So kudos to Grandstream for not having to go through that step. And you tap on the check mark in the upper right hand part of the screen. Well, let's try it again here. Now, if you go to detect new version, you'll see searching for. Now, it's already got the latest version, so they've not come out with another version yet. So that's the easiest way to get the update running. Now, the phone does support both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, and I am using that on it. At this point, I'm using the 5 gig Wi-Fi. Eventually, I may switch it over to a wired connection, but right now in the studio, I've got to do some rearranging, and you've seen some of the background that I've got a lot of stuff in here that's got to get moved around and changed. So, but that's my problem, not yours. Now, the other thing to really get this unlocked, because this is essentially running a version of Android. If we go through here, we'll scroll over, and you see this icon right here that is labeled GS Market. That's how you will get the Google Play Store downloaded. So we'll tap on that, and you see I've already got, that's already says open. So to use it, you will just tap on that, download it, and it's going to act a little funny for a few minutes because it's got to get that part downloaded. And I had problems early on, and this is not a fault of Grandstream, and it was some additional background pieces that Google Play had to download. Once it did that, then it was just a matter of going in to the Play Store icon you see right there. And the first time you're going to have to go in and enter your credentials and that kind of thing, but that's not a big deal by any means. Now, here's what I've got in store for the phone. It supports up to 16 lines. I'm already looking at a couple of SIP providers because I'm going to tie this phone into that. And also, because of some of the other things that you can do with the GXV3370, I'm also looking at setting up a very simplified, some sort of asterisk PBX or 3CX, somewhere that I haven't really decided because I'm looking for one that will be very straightforward. Since I've already got a POTS line in the studio, I'm also looking at another option that for those of you who do not want to do a PBX home, and trust me, I understand that's not the first thing that I would think about doing. I've set one up in the past, and it's, I think, gotten a lot better. Of course, at that point, I was not, SIP providers were not really out there when I did it the last time. So I'm going to look at probably one or two SIP providers, give that to you as an option. But I found an item from Grandstream, and I've been having some conversations off and on that I think this device, I can get the GXV3370 to talk to it so I can tie this into a POTS line. Now, it's an expensive way to do it. The suggested retail price on the phone is around $300, but don't let that scare you. I've got a link in the show notes where I show you the latest price I found on Amazon. If you decide you want to do it that way, that's fine. I do get a small commission, or if you want to go directly to Grandstream, that's your choice as well. Now, something I am doing with this, because you're going to get into installing a lot of apps, if you haven't done your own smart home yet, then you're going to start having a lot of apps you're installing, is I've set up a checklist for you. And if you go to the link you see here on the screen, it's eepurl.com/GO, then capital D, capital E, 49. You will be able to get that checklist because I wanted to find a way of helping you get the process started of documenting your smart home, whether you're doing it with the GXV3370 or if you're doing it a different way. Anyway, that is something I wanted to give to you. That's going to sign you up for a mailing list, but I'm not going to rent your name out. I don't loan it out. Basically, it's something I'm going to use to communicate with you 1-2 times a week, probably, as I come out with new videos. If I find a special deal on something, or if there's a major announcement that affects something that you may be doing in your smart home, I'm going to send that out. And only if you have downloaded that checklist, then that will get the process started. So we'll put it up one more time just so that you've got it. So you see a kind of a small thumbnail, and it's just to help you get the information in place so that you've got everything that you need. Now we're going to be, I'm looking at another video probably a couple months down the road where we talk about when you go to sell your house and you've got smart home technology, having the having the checklist already set up, then things you're going to leave behind, then you at least have a starting point. Now, obviously, you're going to want to reset them to factory defaults and make sure latest firmware is on there, but you see where this is going. So that's going to be the process to get started. So that really is, I think, this is going to be an interesting journey. I mean, I've got several different things I'm working with, so there's going to be quite a bit going on here for the next several months. I was really excited when I found the GXV3370 because it was something that makes sense. I mean, yes, there's other SIP phones out there, but this is the only one that has Android built into it that I've seen that has this level of functionality. So basically, think of it like a marriage of an Android tablet and a smartphone, except this one you can tie into either your POTS line at home, or if you do have some sort of a VoIP service. So you can see where this is going. It's got a lot of potential. So that's kind of the game we're looking at. So I've taken you through basically the setup as you take it out of the box, plug it in, and it's pretty much up and running within a few minutes. You'll need to set time zone and that kind of thing. The first thing I would do before getting started is go ahead and get the latest firmware installed, because that's going to let you see a lot of what I've been doing here, because I'm on the latest firmware that they've got available, at least at the time of the recording of this video. And then go ahead and get Google Play Store involved. I'm going to do another video that's going to show you how to back up the Grandstream so that if you do have to do a factory reset for some reason, that you can get, once you do go through the process of reinstalling Google Play Store, and you can then go out and get what you need to bring everything back down so you don't have to reinstall all the applications. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had here moving forward with this one. I think you'll really enjoy it. Please go out and get that checklist, and you can start filling that out either for as items you implement moving forward, or for things that you do that you've already got, and you can start building a notebook, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, so that you don't have to worry about looking things up at a later point. Thank you very much for your time. Please make sure you go out and get that checklist today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. You will see some other videos here on this screen once the video has gotten posted up on YouTube to help you learn even more things about your smart home. If you've got any questions, please reach out to me, and I'll be happy to do what I can. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you again soon.